ॐ Ramakrishna प्रियां देवीं भक्तहृत्पद्मवासिनीं सर्वशान्तिविधात्रीं तां शारदां प्रणमाम्यहम्. There are some beautiful shlokas in Srimad Bhagavata related to contentment. I would like to share the same with you. All of us want happiness in life, but somehow it evades us. Though we may have wealth in abundance, many of our desires fulfilled, have a status in the society, still some feeling of unfulfillment and lack of true happiness persists. What is the reason behind this paradox? A man of contentment is happy even with the meager means and opportunities, and a man of discontentment is not happy even if he has the wealth of the whole world at his fingertip. Narada says to Yudhishthira in 7th skandha of Srimad Bhagavatam, if you are hungry, you take food and the hunger is appeased. If you are thirsty, you drink water and thirst is quenched. If you get angry with someone, the anger abates by chastisement. But greed doesn't subside even if one conquers all the quarters and enjoys the whole earth. We know the story of Yayati. His greed did not subside even after 1,000 years of enjoyment. In the end, he had to admit, desire only multiplies by satisfying it, even as the fire doesn't diminish by pouring ghee into it. Here Narada uses almost similar words. He says here, Pandita Bahavo Rajan Bahujna Samshayachidaha Sadasaspatayo Pyeke Asantoshat Patantyadaha. Many scholars, noted for their learning and capacity to clear doubts of others, who can preside even over learned assemblies, become degenerate because of their lack of contentment and joy in life. In the case of one who has no feeling of happiness and contentment within, all higher qualities like learning, austerity, reputation, etc., will ebb away through his sensuous indulgences. Whatever higher understanding he has perishes. Then how is one to attain happiness in life? Only a man of contentment can attain happiness. Narada says there, Santushtasya nirihasya svatma ramasya yat sukham kutastat kama lobhena dhavato arthihaya dishaha. How can a man running hither and thither for the acquisition of money out of his desire for objects of enjoyments have the bliss of that one who is ever enraptured in the self and is ever satisfied? So the real source of bliss is God. Raso Vaisaha, says the Taittiriya Upanishad. God is bliss. Having attained to God alone can a man attain that bliss. The others who are running after happiness outside attain only misery, because there is no happiness in this world, even as there is no water in a mirage. Bhagavatam says here, happiness in the world is as illusory as the water in the mirage. The actual cause of misery is greed. So Narada makes another beautiful utterance. Sada santushta manasaha sarva shivamayadishaha Sharkara kantakadibhyo yathopanat padashivam. Just as the man whose feet are protected by a pair of shoes can walk fearlessly over stones and thorns, so also a man who is contented finds happiness in all places. What a wonderful shloka. Just as the man whose feet are protected by a pair of shoes can walk fearlessly over stones and thorns, So also a man who is contented finds happiness in all places. Sada santushta manasa sarva shivamayadishaha. So only a man of true contentment attains bliss in life. The stones and thorns in the form of pairs of opposites in life, happiness and misery, praise and blame, etc., fail to affect them. That's why Mother said, there is no real treasure equal to contentment. Taittiriya Upanishad says, a man without desires attains to the highest happiness, which is superior to the happiness of gods. Even if I have the wealth of the whole world, if I have endless desires, I shall land in misery. And a man who is contented with whatever he has gets real bliss. Narada concludes there, yato yato nissarati manak kamahatam brahmat tatastata upahritya hrudirundhyat shanair buddha. Whenever the mind runs away under the stress of desires, a discriminating person should draw it towards the heart again and again and concentrate it there. If an aspirant practices like this, his heart becomes fixed and free from disturbance, like a fire without flames or smoke. So may Mother help us to draw our mind to herself and remove the stress of desires. Then we can walk fearlessly and happily in life.